Hey y'all, hey, welcome to another edition of Mix and Kiki. Fall style. It is fall. We're like in the depths of fall, even though it's been really warm in New York lately, which is interesting. But I am here with my near and dear Manchild and Monstah Black, aka the Illustrious Blacks.
What's up?
Hey.
How are you?
I am good. I am good. I have my hot toddy on hand, which is like warming me up in this drafty apartment. It's weird because like even though it's warmish outside, this is like one of those old school pre-war buildings. So it's like just very drafty in here all the time. So I'm in a perpetual sweater.
Okay.
Yeah.
We have drinks too.
What are you drinking?
Well, I'm doing a shot of espresso.
Okay, yes, we need that. We all need that.
Well, I just threw together like it's Pellegrino with like a splash of Patron.
Okay, you better be black with some Patron. I love
You know.
He's an Illustrious Black.
You are very black. I love it. Yes. Well, cheers to you guys. I'm so happy to see your beautiful faces. It's been too long. Thank you for just sharing your energy with all of us.
Thank you.
Thank
It's been
you.
way too long.
Cheers.
It's too long.
Mm.
This is good. I did this
Well,
right.
if I start talking fast, you'll know why.
I know. And if I start slurring, you'll know why, because I put a little more than a splash of whiskey in this this hot toddy. So okay, the last time I saw you guys, when was that? Was that in Miami? Or was that for the NYU event with Deb Willis?
Wow.
I think was it Miami?
But we also saw you at the Wardell event. Was it?
Yes. Oh my gosh, that was it. Yes. Shout out to Wardell Milan. He's done one of these sessions too. Yeah, that was a while ago.
I know, and yet we haven't aged.
You had right, ageless, completely ageless.
I'm talking about you.
Exactly the same.
And to go down memory lane. So I was trying to figure out. I was like, how did I meet? Because I met Manchild first,
right?
And then had the pleasure of meeting Monstah, and now knowing both of you. But Manchild, I feel like I met you when I was at PS1.
You were. I can't remember. We used to do these parties at Studio Museum in Harlem. Did you come to those?
Yes. Yep. I remember those too. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so maybe there's where we connected really. But you were at PS1.
Right. I have typically a terrible memory, but when there's like music connected, like I'll remember, like music will help alert me. Yeah. So I remember, I think we got like coffee or something. We were talking about music and you put me onto this song and I still have it. Like I downloaded it. Penny Goodwin or Penny Goodwin.
Yeah. Oh yes. And I can't think of the name of the song right now.
I think it's called something like Too Young, You're Old. Wait, Too Soon, You're Old. Too Soon, You're Old. Yes.
I haven't even heard that in a while. Love that song.
I still play it. I was like, ooh, this is good. Like sometimes like I'll have like, I mean, you know, like a lot of iTunes songs. And sometimes when I shuffle it, like it'll just come up and be like, oh, yeah.
You know what I remember of you is that we either had coffee or we had a meal somewhere and we were talking about music and I don't know how we got up on Luther Vandross. But you told me your favorite from him, and maybe it's changed now, but was Make Me a Believer. Yes. And I was like, that is my favorite from Luther Vandross.
Hands down, still is my favorite Luther song. Because I feel like in that song, you just hear his mastery, like with his vocals, like you know how Luther will always like do a layer? Like it was always like very feathery, like very strong feathers, like, you know, like very layered. But that song, like, I just feel like you could really just hear all of the magic in his voice.
Agreed. It's so tender and ethereal and soulful all at once. I love that song. Now I'm gonna play it as soon as this is over.
I have a feeling
I know.
All of this when we later on this evening.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely an evening song. You have like a little body roll moment too. That's a very body roll song.
Okay.
That's a slow roll.
It's a slow roll. So now fast forward here, I have the pleasure of being in company of both of you, husband and husband extraordinaire.
For a long time.
How long have you guys been married?
Well, we had a commitment ceremony in 2003.
Wow.
So that was before, it was legal.
Yeah. In 2013, we got married legally.
Yeah.
Okay.
It became legal here. We went ahead and did it. I made an honest man of him.
Listen, you got to. I'm not mad at that. Wow. Okay, so y'all know each other. You guys have been together for a minute.
Yeah. And we were friends for a long time before that. So.
Really? Wait, so we were just about to get into this before I hit record. Who is from Virginia?
I'm from Virginia. Yay, VA.
Yes, VA. Yes.
Virginia.
From what part?
Williamsburg.
Oh, get out.
Williamsburg, York County.
Yes, yeah. I grew up in Chesapeake.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Chesapeake.
Williamsburg was always such a treat because that meant we were going to Busch Gardens.
Exactly. Yeah, I lived literally across the railroad track from Busch Gardens.
Really?
Worked at Busch Gardens.
I did work there one season.
Did you? How was that? Okay, first of all, that little side eye. What? Tell me what happened. What was that like?
I worked on the Big Bad Wolf.
Yes.
And, I can remember my first day.
The roller coaster.
Yeah, the roller coaster. My first day of being trained. They teach you. You have to learn all the buttons first of all, but then there's always the button that you have to be careful not to push too soon. And guess what I did?
No, you killed somebody.
I pushed one of the buttons too soon. So when people, you lift up the harness so that other people can get out, and then the people coming on can get in. And they were stepping into it, and I pushed the wrong button, and it moved up about maybe a foot or so. Yeah, it was a scary moment.
People must have been shook.
I hope you weren't there that day.
No, well, you know what's so funny? You say the Big Bad Wolf. That was the first roller coaster ride I've ever ridden in my life.
Wow.
And it was I rode it with no, definitely not my mom. I was about to say my mom. Oh my gosh, she's not on no one's roller coaster. No, I was with my dad and my sister, and they were like so excited. They're like, yeah. I was so shook. And by the time, like when we took off, I just felt like my organs were gonna just fall out of my body.
Wow, it's intense.
It's so intense.
When was the last time you were at Busch Gardens?
Maybe 3 or 4 years ago, because we took my nephew, my oldest nephew, who's now 8. His name is Cosmo. Shout out to Cosmo. And it was such an interesting experience because, I guess at the time he was like 5. Yeah, he was like around 5, 6, and it just felt so different being there, like being like a grown adult.
Yeah.
It was, of course, the rides that he could ride were also a little on the sleepy side.
Yeah, totally.
So that was very different from, my last experience.
You have to do a field trip when everything is.
Yeah, I would love that. Oh my gosh. When was the last time you guys went to an amusement park?
I took Manchild. What year? That's been a while ago now. Maybe around 2004 or something.
5, somewhere like that.
So I'm definitely due because I love amusement parks and roller coasters and all that. So.
Really? Oof. I don't know. I got to build my nerves up for that. Because also I think what happens with me, I get motion sickness, which is awful. And now, as I've gotten older, I think it's gotten a little worse. So that last time I did go to Busch Gardens with Cosmo, we did end up going on one adult ride, not realizing it was an adult ride. It was actually scary. I was like, oh my gosh. And of course, Cosmo, my nephew's yes, living for it. Kids don't care. They're fearless. But I was just oh my gosh. And then my mom gets on the ride too, because she's thinking oh, if Cosmo can get on, I can get on this ride. Ooh, child. When I tell you, my mom, I was like, if you say Jesus one more time, She was saying Jesus every 5 seconds. And I just kept looking around. I'm like, Mom, please stop saying that.
I love
But
that.
anyway. But yeah, so tell me, what have you guys been doing? So, okay, I think a lot of people who are watching this probably will be familiar with you and your work, but you guys are so multi-talented. I mean, I can't even really articulate what it is to like sit to watch you perform because it just like appeals to all of your senses. Like you got your looks down clearly. Like look at them right now, y'all. You've got the lyrics, which are very provocative and just so necessary, so relevant to the times, and just pushing all the buttons that we need to be pushed. And just the visuals overall, and just the whole and the movement. Like it's just it's really a dynamic experience. So what is going on? How do you keep that dynamic energy up during these Rona times?
Why are we keeping it up during Rona times?
No, we're keeping it up.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, keeping it up. Well, you know what happened? We were on tour right up until lockdown. And the last place we went to was Singapore.
I remember you told me that, yeah.
We were hearing, so of course over there was, like we did a festival and we weren't even sure it was gonna happen until last minute. But anyway, so we came back and we were already jet lagged. And then the next week was lockdown.
Yeah, because we got back March 1st.
Yeah, something like that.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Okay, right before, yeah.
Yeah, so we were already like ready to like lock down anyway.
Yeah.
For our own personal health.
Yeah.
But everything locked down. And it locked down for a very long time. And we were like, okay, what is going on? What are we doing here? What are we gonna do,
Yeah.
But the good thing is we started pretty shortly after lockdown, I would say, doing DJ sets online just to keep ourselves going.
Yeah.
And creative.
Like it was just an automatic, like, let's keep it moving.
You have to, right?
Content.
Yeah. So every Wednesday, I think at 1 p.m., we would do like this hour-long DJ set. IG Live and Facebook Live, and it was fun because I got to play and we got to perform, and you would dance and carry on, and he would put on stuff to wear in the house and everything. A couple of Karens in our building didn't like it. Other than that,
listen, she will try to ruin you in the virtual space too. That happened to me as well. Like literally, like a friend. Yeah, we did this with Derek. Speaking of Derek Adams, we had like a little, so like one of our friends has like this cute little outdoor area in Washington Heights. And you would think of all places, Washington Heights is lit. It's just like, if you could like blast your music anywhere, it's going to be Washington Heights. But of course you will always find a Karen. And there was a Karen across the way, like in the building next door or across the street. And she was screaming outside of her window. Like it was just so extra. It was like, girl, and it was like in the daylight. It's not even like this was like, after the sun had set. Like the sun was out.
That's
kind of the same with us. I mean, we were doing lunchtime sets, and when we would finish, we would open our door to see a note on the door.
Passive
aggressive note multiple times.
And we've yet to have a conversation.
No,
of course, because that's
lightning box. And they would not come to the door. So if you're out there, Karen, we're still waiting to talk to you.
We're still waiting, but that's the energy. That is the metaphor of what a Karen is, in a sense. Yeah. Like that passive aggressiveness, just ugh. Yeah. So the more reason for the joy and just like keeping your energy up, just to like cancel all of that, neutralize it.
Yeah. Well, we did those for quite a while.
Yeah, until from like what, April to July.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then we kind of got burnt out, and then all these other things kept happening in the media with the protests and uprising, and seeing what was happening as far as the brutality against Black men and women.
Yeah.
And it just kind of put us in a state of I don't even know. I don't want to say a coma, but
it kind of wore us down.
Yeah.
a little.
Yeah.
And so that slowed us down a bit.
Yeah.
Now I would say we're channeling that and using it in the work. And we've been doing projects all along, a lot of virtual parties for other entities.
Yeah.
The great thing we just did, we went up to Southampton, the Phillips Gallery, the Phillips
Where? Oh, Phillips. Oh, yeah, the Glass House. Ooh.
and we did a project with them that
so
should be out
that should
soon,
be coming
hopefully.
out sometimes this fall.
Congratulations.
Thank you. So that was a lot of fun. He really put the work into that as far as choreographing it and the costuming and the music and all of it. So we can't wait for y'all.
You guys are Carmen and Jeffrey. Carmen de Lavalade and Jeffrey Holder.
Oh my gosh!
Wow.
What an amazing quote.
Yeah,
I'm gonna quote you.
Yes, make it a tote bag. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
There he goes.
We love them.
So how? Oh no, go ahead. No, you go. What are you about to say?
And that's all. And we're putting out music. We put out an EP in June for Juneteenth.
Something's coming out
next
in a couple
week.
of weeks. Next week.
Wow. Okay. All right. Do we need to have like an album release party? Are you guys having something like that? Like a virtual release party?
No, but thank you. We hadn't even gotten that far in the process.
Yeah, because it's just been like pieces at a time.
Yeah. Yeah, of course.
We're gonna and we started a YouTube show. That was the other thing.
Yeah.
And fun to do.
Wait, tell me, what's the name of the YouTube show?
Hype Life with the Illustrious Blacks.
Okay, y'all heard that? Hype Life with the Illustrious Blacks. Check it out.
I gotta take on a variety show.
Yeah, it's our take on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we need that.
On there, actually.
Oh my gosh, what is going to be my act? Okay. I don't know what that's going to be. I'm going to pull June into that one. June definitely has to do.
I have something for both of you to do.
Okay, we'll play the part. That, I mean, it's so important. Like the way that you describe just how it's hard to articulate, like how worn, like just this energy, not just of the pandemic, but for us, especially being Black and just like witnessing what we've been witnessing. But maybe it's also like, I know for me, it unfortunately did not surprise me. Like it's nothing new. It's literally just kind of history on a loop in a certain sense. And maybe that's like why it's so draining. It's extra draining because it's not a new story by any means.
Right.
So, and now that we've been like at home and then you got the virus on top of that, it's just like a lot to absorb and just try to push out of your system. So
there was no escaping any of it.
Yeah.
You know, from the political climate to the racial climate to the COVID. I mean,
everything. Right. It's like every angle. Like, yeah. So I always ask people this, like, how do you, I mean, I don't want to say this, this is starting to sound so cliche, like self-care. But when I say self-care, I really, really mean it. Like, I mean it like in a literal way. Like, how do you like just take care of yourself? Like, how have you been maintaining? How do you keep that energy at a certain level?
I'm finding that the most important thing to do for me right now is just when I feel like I need to take a nap, I lay down and take a nap, no matter what time it is.
Radical rest.
Radical rest.
Ooh.
That's good. And you don't make yourself feel guilty about it. You just do it.
No, I just do it.
Yeah.
And sometimes it happens, like I'll get up. Sometimes it happens before noon. You know what I mean? Like if I feel tired after getting up, just lay down and go back to sleep.
Right? It's so simple. I feel like a lot of times we can overcomplicate it. You know, I've been starting to sleep in. Sometimes, some days I'll feel like, you know, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed and I want to like get up. But then other times I'm like, this body is tired and your body does not lie. And sometimes you just need to just not complicate it and just listen.
It's true. And we've all been through so much. We have to remember that, you know, everyone, you know.
Yep. Yeah.
It was someone asked me this question the other day and I said to them, it helps to have a bit of a schedule because at one point, like nothing was getting done. For me personally, it was just like, I did not feel like writing a song.
Right.
Like playing. I would lay on the couch and watch television and binge stuff and sleep and wake up and repeat. So
maybe you needed that. Maybe you needed that.
Yeah,
I think I did. But what helped me come out of that was kind of putting myself on a schedule, making sure that, because I'm a night owl naturally, like I could stay awake until 4 a.m. and just.
What is your sign? Okay, I'm sorry. What are both of your signs?
I'm a Sag.
You're sad.
I'm a Leo.
Oh, wow. Okay. I'm a Gemini. Are you guys into astrology?
Okay.
Yeah, I am. I mean, yes, I am. I'm into
You know
it.
your rising sign?
Yeah, my rising is Scorpio, and so is my moon.
Oof. Okay.
Yeah, it's a lot.
A lot of fire and sharp teeth. A lot of sharp teeth. Do you know your rising?
One of my signs is actually Gemini. I don't know if that's the rising or what it is.
I have to check again.
Yeah, but somehow there's Gemini.
Yeah, it's definitely because it's Gemini and Leo. I'm not sure which one is which.
Right.
Oh wow. Okay, so you've got a lot of fire. Well, the Leo and the Sag, you got that fire, and then the Gemini, the air to kind of chill it out of it. I'm a rising Leo, so I get that Leo energy too. Yeah.
So a lot of Leo energy happening right now.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. I guess that's been part of my self-care too, is just like diving deep into just the realms of spirituality, whatever that looks like.
Yeah, I feel you on that.
Meditation and prayer help too.
I feel like in the beginning, the way that Manchild kind of you felt like you weren't getting anything done.
Mm-hmm.
For me, it was completely opposite. I feel like my anxiety is what kicked in, and all I could do was just kind of like throw myself into the closet and figure out what was the next thing I could do to try to like keep busy.
Yeah, I get it.
Running around the place while I'm laying.
Yeah.
That's why you guys balance each other out. It's good to have that balance. You can't both be running around. That's a lot.
Oh, but I have to tell April one thing we did that was very special. We adopted 2 kittens.
Oh yes.
Did you say you adopted 2 kids?
2 kittens.
Oh my God. You guys have children now? I'm sorry. Kittens. Oh my gosh. Where are your kittens? Can we see your kittens? Where are they?
Sleeping. One's on the bed and one is probably under the bed.
They're
okay. All right. They're in a state. They're being kittens. Okay. Yeah.
Zenith and Zeppelin.
Zenith and Zeppelin.
What? Say the names again?
Zenith and Zeppelin.
Zenith and Zeppelin. Zenith. Wow. That name came up, or that word / name came up the other day. That's so funny. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Wow. Okay, y'all. Okay. Well, before we wrap up, we cannot leave without playing a drinking game.
Okay.
All right.
Yes. Get your drink, your Patron and your espresso ready. So, what I always like to ask folks is, who would you want to have drinks with that is with us or no longer with us, or both?
Just one person, or can we have a couple?
You can have a couple. Yeah, let's go.
Oh, a couple. Okay. You want to
If you want, yeah, if it comes to you, say however many you want.
My first would be Grace Jones and Prince.
That is, what would you be drinking?
Ooh.
A lot of personality. That's Gemini. I don't know what Grace Jones's sign is.
What is she?
That's a really good question. What would we be drinking? Is she a Taurus?
I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, the first thing that comes to mind, just like a really good champagne.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Keep it classy.
Yeah.
That's good. Those are 2 very good ones.
I want to go to that one.
Me too. Yeah. Right.
Well, you took mine. I would say. Oh, am I supposed to have my glasses? I would say, interestingly enough, Stevie Wonder and Fela Kuti.
Oh, yeah.
So my last
conversation.
Say that again.
That would be an interesting.
It would be a very interesting conversation. That would be an interesting cocktail too.
Yeah.
So, you know, my last session, I was having a key with Swiss Beats, and he also picked Fela.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I really respect both of them so much, and that would just be a lot of good conversation. And I think they're both so wise. Stevie, I just look to as not only a musical genius, but a real true humanitarian that uses music.
True.
Absolutely.
Really empower and uplift people. And then
true.
Fela is just that, I mean, that he's just the truth teller, the
warrior.
The warrior, thank you.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So it would be a very dynamic time.
Yeah. I feel like you guys need to combine your drink session. So it needs to be Grace, it needs to be Prince, it needs to be Fela and Stevie. That would be a whole, like a round table.
Yeah. How can we make, oh yeah, well, two of them. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's a dream.
It could turn into a cartoon.
It could turn into a cartoon. Ooh, I would watch that. I would definitely watch that cartoon.
Yeah.
That's going to be your next series. It's going to be a cartoon with all the people that you want to just have in your cipher.
Yeah.
Now, what we would drink, I don't know, because I don't drink a whole lot of alcohol, but
something sweet. Because when you do drink,
it's like dessert when I.
Oh my God, that's how June is. Okay, y'all out there, they're probably tired of me talking about my fiance June, but I can't help it. It's very relevant. She loves a sweet.
Oh, I bet she makes some good
stuff. Yes, and you guys, we'll have to have it when things settle. You guys are coming over so you can partake in one of these sweet drinks. I have a duo. This is like, I mean, they're both still with us, but there's also like a fictional aspect to this. So I want to have drinks with Queen Latifah and Erica Alexander, aka Khadijah and Max.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
For a whole key. I don't know what we would drink. Oh, you know what? Okay, I have watched many of Living Single Marathon, and I remember Khadijah's character. She would drink something called a woo-woo. I don't know if that's a real cocktail or if they've made it up.
Huh.
They might have. A
woo-woo.
A woo-woo.
Yeah.
It had like peach schnapps in it, which I'm like, girl, I don't know about peach schnapps. That's really sweet. That's very sweet. But
I'm there for it.
You're here for it. Exactly. See? So yeah, so that would be
yours. Mm-hmm. Hey, can we combine them all, but also have Larry Levan and DJ Boots?
Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah. I have picked Larry twice during these sessions. Yeah. And we could just like dig all up in his crates and just get all the knowledge, all the Paradise Garage memories.
Yeah. We're so nostalgic. I mean, we didn't, we missed that. We didn't get to go, but they're so fascinated by that time, and would love to have been a part of that. And
well, you guys, you're recreating it. We're bringing our own version of that. And this reality here.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I hope you're right. I hope
you are. But I am right. You guys are definitely doing that. Well, I love you guys. I miss you.
I me too.
We love you more, and we miss you and June.
And June. Next time, y'all, June is gonna like have a cameo appearance in one of these things. But anyway, on that note, I'm going to toast to your beauty, your magic, your illustriousness, and thank you guys for joining.
Thank
you for having us.
We love you.
We love you.